absolutely typical. Typical. I mean, we were feeling that little bit of confidence, but a lot of United fans were very sceptical. What's the question mark going to be like? This is the big question mark. When we play teams, we knew how Everton were going to set up. We knew what they were going to do personnel-wise, and they did it to a T. And to be fair, I'm going to be honest, I don't think we started that badly. Jesse Lingard, straight off, I thought should have scored after, say, 20 seconds. He's come out and saying stuff aside from football, and that is a separate issue. He didn't have a good game today, purely on his football. He didn't have a good game today. Should have scored. We just wasn't at it. It was the same common theme. I think we moved the ball too slowly after the first sort of 15 minutes where we did do all right. Everton were just very, very comfortable. You know, Calvin Lewin, he did what I knew he would do in terms of just be a beast up there, winning things in the air, chasing things down. And Richarlison kind of had a similar theme. They had their three centre-backs with the wing-backs, with Iwobi on the left-hand side and Coleman on the other side. And we just didn't have an answer. They had Holgate in midfield with Davis. I mean, come on. It was so disappointing. I think Fred and McTominay, they tried, but the space wasn't there. Lingard, I thought, went hiding a lot of the time in terms of he wasn't coming off the front in terms of trying to occupy that space to trying to make that turn of pace happen. He's got to come and get the ball so he can go on the half turn and make things happen. And it just didn't work today. Martial, people criticising him a lot. I think he was in and out of the game, but there were periods where he was just suffocated. He was never going to get the ball, so he's dropping off the front, receiving the ball on a half turn with the back to goal, and turning and making us play. I didn't really mind that too tough. What's going on over there? I didn't really mind that too tough. James had a good chance as well. Great, fantastic ball put through from McTominay. He probably should hit the target. I know he's looking for the bottom hand corner, and it wasn't to be there. We huffed and we puffed, but it just wasn't going to happen. Then Everton get their goal, and David De Gea, that looked like the old David De Gea for me. I haven't seen it back, so I know he was asking for a foul. I haven't seen it back. For me, it looked like, I've only seen it once from my seat, and it looked like he was trying to just come and punch the ball and just couldn't get it. There was too many people ahead of him. And Lindelof, look, that can happen. I'm not going to criticise him too much. Yes, he could have maybe sorted his feet out a bit quicker, but it was unlucky. Bissaka defensively was outstanding, as usual. He got into great positions going forward, trying to make things happen, but couldn't quite find that pass. Lingard comes off, Greenwood comes on. Saves the day, man. He gives us something out of what would have been a horrendous day if we didn't win. What a finish. I mean, he's got to be knocking on the door for starts, and Solskjaer's going to have to work out where he fits in. Martial, yes, on his day, is fantastic, and I think what he does off the ball at the moment is he's actually doing well, but Greenwood's got that clinical aspect. I think he's been fantastic. That goal we scored today was literally a carbon copy of the one he scored midweek. Cutting in, straight in, bang, goal. He just wants to get his shot off. Do we look at Daniel James and say, do you know what, Greenwood needs to play there? You know, mix it up. Daniel James has been a lot of reliance on him, and I know he's quick, I know he's direct, but maybe Solskjaer needs to look at that. I noticed that when Greenwood did come on, Rashford kind of come off the wing. James went over to the left, and Rashford went behind the striker. Ricky spoke about maybe Martial coming behind the striker. Solskjaer's got to try to find a way to fit Mason Greenwood into this team. That's what we're seeing. I know he's young, and we don't want to put too much pressure on him and making him our mainstay, our go-to guy. It's a lot of pressure, but he's playing himself into that position. He's playing himself into that kind of form, and he should be playing himself into the starting 11 somewhere. That's for Solskjaer to do. Look, there were people saying, you know, this is why Solskjaer's not the man, etc. For me, I see a team with a common theme. I see a team that will continue to struggle against lesser sides, will continue to struggle against teams with a low block, teams that will stack up against us and make it difficult and sit back. That's the common consensus about this team. And I'm worried going to Watford. I said before this game, if we can win this game, it would show that we're starting to turn a corner, because it would be one of the games that we win where the onus is on us. And we failed to do that today. And Watford is not going to be an easy game. Nigel Pearce is going to have them right up for it. He's going to, if I'm looking at Man United from a tactical point of view for Watford, they're going to be confident. Yes, they lost against Liverpool, but they worked Liverpool. They had chances against Liverpool. Why are they going to fear us? You know? So if I'm Nigel Pearce, I'm thinking that's exactly how you play against Manchester United. What Duncan Ferguson did with his team, I don't think Nigel Pearson would set up a 5 at the back. But if he puts 2 up front, goes with a Gray and a Deeney or a Deeney and Delafeu or whatever, you think we can get at Man United. And absolutely right. So we've got to go there and stand up and be counted for. Having said that, this Man United team is so inconsistent, and you just don't know what you're going to get from them, that we could go there and beat Watford. Of course we can. Of course we can beat Watford, but it's all about how we set up. And when the onus is on us, we've struggled. 2 points dropped today. The positive is that, yes, we didn't lose when we could have lost. It was getting late on, and Mason Green was spared those blushes. And if we do get a win against Watford, we're right back in it again, because Spurs play Tottenham. Spurs play Tottenham? Wow, that's how shit it's been today. Spurs play Chelsea, and Chelsea are playing away. So someone's got to drop points there. So it is very disappointing, because as United fans, we just want to find out, can we turn this corner? Can we get consistency? Can we beat the teams in and around us and lower down than us? Because against the other teams, we're doing really well. We're nicking points off Liverpool. We got a draw against us. We beat Chelsea here. We've beaten Spurs here. We went to the Etihad and won. But it means absolutely nothing if you come here and drop points against teams like Everton. You know, we knew what was going to happen. So massively frustrating on my point. On a positive, we're still in the mix. We're still in the mix. But there's, you know, like Solskjaer said, you don't finish in the top 4 halfway through the season. You don't win a league halfway through the season. There's so many games to come. I think the fact that the teams around us that are challenging for top 4 are inconsistent means that we'll always be there or thereabouts. But I think when it really comes to it, I think Tottenham will probably have that little bit more than us, especially under Jose. But for me, yes, Solskjaer's not getting the best out of the players in terms of tactically. But we are in and around where we thought we would be. It's not me accepting it, but it's me just realising, well, you know what, this is actually where we're supposed to be with the squad we got, knocking on the door for 4th, in and around it. But we will run out of chances. You can't keep saying there's next week, there's next week, there's next week. We go to Watford, and if we lose against Watford or don't win against Watford, which could happen, we're going to find ourselves back to square one, looking at 6th and 7th again, and I don't want to be in that position. So roll it on. Fair play to Mason Green. Fantastic for getting us back in the game and sparing our blushes. Shout out to Wan-Bissaka. Going backwards, he was fantastic, which always is the case, but there's a lot to be desired for. Peace.
If you think about it, we complain about Jose's tactics. We complain about Van Gaal's tactics. We didn't really give Giggsy a chance, except for those 4 or 5 games. And Moyes, the consensus is it was too big for him. You have to put some onus down to the players. At the end of the day, who is actually on the field running the game? It's not necessarily Ole, it's not Carrick, we don't. So, as we were talking about the game, we always do, we need a creative playmaker. We need a true number 10. We need someone that's going to control the game, take it by the scruff of the neck. We're going to put the ball in a box. Okay, you can cross willy-nilly here and there, left and right, but if there's nobody on there to push forward, the end product's never going to happen.
So we need more quality.
We need more quality, but at the same time, we need tactical efficiency, and you need that hunger and desire. The second you put those boots on, you step on that field for 90 minutes or 20 minutes or 37 minutes or whatever you play. You need to run. You need to put the energy and the effort. It has to be consistent every game. Look at Greenwood.
Yeah. He's consistent.
He's a beast. He should be starting. He's a beast. So if you take him, if I was Martial and Rashford, I'd be looking over my shoulder like right here. Yeah. This kid is what I could be. And even if Ole is saying, hey, he's the best pure striker we got on the team, and that's kind of a knock. I'd look over like, really, did you say that?
Try and prove him wrong.
Exactly. But you don't see them doing that. So today, when we got to the field and we get to the game, and the first 30 seconds, what did we say? Oh, that was amazing. That was great. We should have scored. But what happened for the next 89 minutes? Okay, and we scored. But why are we doing it so late? You need to say you have to play with that sense of urgency. You just can't be complacent the entire game, every week. The hunger, the passion. Yeah, you're getting 150 to 200, 300,000 pounds a week. Some people can never achieve that in their lifetime.
So we need to see that being reflected in what they're doing.
That quality, that if we're giving you the money for the quality, you need to reflect that day in and day out. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes in training and everything, but what we see on the pitch come match day, that's, as us as fans, we're judging you on that. And as a player, that's how you're going to be remembered.
Nice one, bro.
That, you know.
Thanks for talking to us. Cheers. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos. And if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.